What's up guys, this is Yasin. So I know that Crystron can be a very difficult deck for people to build and understand and master, etc. That's the reason, of course, why I have a spreadsheet on it. But I figured I might as well share 3 combos that are featured on the spreadsheet in this video and explain them in detail so that you guys can understand why certain cards are played in the deck, because I swear to God, if you're in the Facebook group of Crystron, people keep asking the exact same questions every single day, and the worst part is nobody has a good answer for why certain cards should be played or should not be played. So here I am with this video. Hopefully it helps you guys out. But yeah, before we go any further, of course, you already know the drill. Smash the like and subscribe button. Really motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. Check out my Crystron spreadsheet as well as the Blue Eye spreadsheet that you can both find on my website, yacineygo.com. This is always going to be the very first link at the top of the description box below. And with that being said, let's get right into it. Okay, so this hand doesn't really seem too good. You know, all I have is Fenrir as well as Fenrir and Citri, but it is actually full combo. So yeah, special summon the Fenrir, which is going to be searching the unicorn, and then normal summon the Citri. And sometimes people in this instance, they play, you know, Chow Fang or Ravenous Croc, but both synchro options are actually incorrect because you have a very lower likelihood of going into them than any other level 9 machine, because they're not, I mean level 9 synchro, because they're not machines. Whereas if you play a machine, obviously you're going to be able to summon it more often, because even under the restriction of, you know, Thistvern, Prasiortle, or Smigers on field effect, or Sulfadol, you can still summon them. Well, I mean, the machine monsters. And we're going to be making one of them, which is Vermilion Dragon Mech. This card, not only is it a machine, but also it is a card that is good going second, but also going first, because you can self-destruct, which is absolutely broken. Since we now control no monsters on the field, we can special summon that unicorn. And then unicorn from here on out is going to be full Crystron combo. So our hand wasn't good, right? It's just Fenrir and Citri. And you can still Draco Sack combo, because people keep asking me, oh, how do you Draco Sack combo in the deck? It looks so unrealistic, blah, blah, you need unicorn and Fenrir. Well, not really, actually. There's infinite ways of Draco Sacking combo. This is one of several ways. But yeah, from here on out, obviously, you're going to be sending the Smiger and then SP Little Knight, banish the Fenrir, by the way, which is very relevant why you're banishing Fenrir. I will explain this in just a second, not right now. I don't want to spoil the surprise. But yeah, obviously, search inclusion, search the Sulfid Hole, Sulfadora, whatever, don't care. And you also have a Crystron card that you recycled back off of Vermilion Dragon Mech, by the way, so that's a free discard fodder for Sulfnir. And yeah, special summon the Tristalos, because we already used our normal summon. Elascaletas recycle back the cluster, and then Tristalos destroy the Elascaletas, summon 2 monsters from the deck, and then Elascaletas revive back the Tristalos, synchro summon into Dawn Dragster, and then revive back the Citri. And just like that, we're gonna have double Dragster, Quarion Gondrax, SP, as well as a cluster. And it's actually quite interesting, because when we go cluster destroy the Quarion Gondrax and an opponent's card, because obviously we're gonna have, you know, Quarion Gondrax access, we can trigger Quarion Gondrax to summon back the Fenrir from the banished. So that's actually kind of clean. And this is not only going to give us Fenrir on the field to banish an opponent's card, but also it's going to make the Kashtira Birth live. So it's going to pretty much boost our end board by even more disruptions. Not too bad. So everything that you do in this deck matters. Like, even when you make an SP turn 1 to banish your own card, even that can matter. And sometimes you want to banish your Cherubini so that you have no light or darks for your opponent to bestial you, because there are no other light and darks that are going to hit the graveyard. So yeah, of course, this deck is super technical. I'm really just scratching the surface. This is the tip of the iceberg, and the spreadsheet covers way more. But let's get into combo number 2. So in this combo, we're going to be utilizing Crystron inclusion as well as Thistvern, whatever, in order to beat Infinite Impermanence. So yeah, obviously Surge the Sulfnir, discard the Thistvern, and then destroy the inclusion, not the Sulfnir, and then Synchro Summon for Elascaletas, recycle back the Sulfnir, and then self-destruct, summon Tristalos and Sulfid Hole. We're going to be getting Impermed here, and we do not care because we can just chain the Tristalos and then summon Citri. Some people don't even play Citri, so sometimes what they would do is that they would summon another level 5, and then they would quick sync for Centurion Legatia, which also works, but it's kind of worse. Dragster in this instance is much better. So yeah, we're still going to be summoning the Citri here, and we're going to be making a Dragster, which is not too bad. And also we're going to be foolishing the Prasiortle off of the Sulfadol. So yeah, obviously we're going to now revive back, well, summon the Sulfnir off of Prasiortle and then destroy it off of Sulfador, which is going to trigger Sulfnir in order to summon another Sulfnir and then make Nova Infinity. And just like that, through an Imperm, we have Infinity, Double Dragster, Quarion Gondrax, and Cluster. So 5 disruptions, which is really broken off of like a 2-card combo through a hand shop. That's kind of nice, not gonna lie. And last but definitely not least, I mean, this is kind of unfortunate when you have to do these kinds of things, But one thing that I realized when I played Crystron is that the worst kinds of hands are the hands where you have too many Crystron cards, or the hands where you have no Crystron cards. And it brings me to my next point. What kind of card can actually fix both of these issues? And it's actually Crystron Prasiortle. I've actually seen someone online say that Prasiortle is a brick in the hands where you have no Crystron cards. And I swear to God, I don't understand the universe, or the, like, I don't know, maybe some people live in planet Mars or something, but I really don't understand how Prasiortle can be a brick when you have no other Crystron card, because maybe some people, when they read the card, all they read is you can banish this card from a grave to summon a Crystron from the hand, therefore the card is a brick because it does nothing on its own. But they keep forgetting about the first effect, and the fact that this is still a Tristalos, basically, when you draw it, and Tristalos leads to your engine. So if you have Prasiortle and 4 non-engine cards, it's actually not bad. If you're going first sometimes with Prasiortle, double Molchemy Furos, and whatever against Raziel, that's actually not even gonna lie, it's actually a decent hand, because you can go normal summon Prasiortle, effect self-destruct, summon Tristalos and defense, and then pass turn, your opponent goes normal summon Ice Raziel effect, well, maybe not that, but whatever, just summon X Raziel, dump Aggregator, Chilling Quenching 2, you can go, okay, change Tristalos, summon Hagoita, and then your opponent summons Sword Raziel, search, and then you can go Hagoita effect, and then change double whatever Furos, and then your opponent doesn't kill you. And then the monsters are level 5, so it can't even exceed summon. Normal summon Ice Raziel effect. You draw like infinite cards. This card is really nice. It's actually better than drawing Tristalos very often. So the fact that people sometimes they play 3 Tristalos and then 0 copies of Prasiortle, huge red flag in deck building. I really don't understand. It's a card that gives you so many options, and this is really just going to prove to you why. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that you are that kind of guy that plays 3 Tristalos and 0 Prasiortle. In this kind of instance, you would have drawn 2 Tristalos and a Sulfidol, and you would have lost the 1 Imperm. We can actually beat an Imperm now, because we can go normal summon Prasiortle, summon the Sulfidol. Even if we get stopped here, we can just go banish the Prasiortle, summon the Tristalos, and then play from there. But let's just say we do not get a hand trapped, right? We have a redundant hand, and also not the best hand. Like, using Sulfidol effect in the hand, like first action, it's not the best, but we're still going to make it work. So Prasiortle, summon the Tristalos, and then Smyger, search the inclusion, search, whatever. These kinds of combos are much better when you get hand trapped, because usually you're going to end on almost the exact same board, but at least your opponent is hand looping himself, which is the best feeling ever, I swear to God. But yeah, Nova, Infinity, and then, yes, summon that, and then destroy inclusion, and then, very interesting, we're using the on-field effect of Icevern. Nobody knows how to do this. I swear to God, people only understand the Crystron cards as being good graveyard effects, but they keep forgetting that the on-field effects can also be used. Yeah, sure, you can only use 1 effect per turn only once that turn, but that doesn't make them bad. That doesn't make them useless. You can still, and you should, take full advantage of them when you should. But yeah, in this instance, I'm gonna have, Infinity, Tristalos, Dragster, and Cluster, which is not really bad, considering the fact that this hand is not good. It's actually a very bad hand, if anything, and it's the kind of hand where you want to get hand trapped. But yeah, that's it for this video right here. I really just wanted to prove to you that some cards, they're much better than people think, and obviously, again, I'm trying my best to explain as much as possible without giving too much information away, because, again, the spreadsheet covers way more. This is really just like, the tip of the iceberg, like I said. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace.